My girlfriend told me a truth about her past that destroyed our relationship. I thought I had found the one. We'd been dating for over a year, and for the first time in my life, everything felt stable. We laughed, we planned trips, we talked about moving in together. She met my family, and they loved her. I met hers, and it felt like I was already part of the picture. Then, one night, out of nowhere, everything changed. It started like any other evening. We were sitting on her couch, eating takeout, joking about how awful the movie we picked was. But as soon as the credits rolled, her face shifted. She got quiet, distant, like she was carrying something heavy. "I need to tell you something," she finally whispered. At first, I thought she was joking, or maybe overthinking something small, but the way her hands shook told me otherwise. My chest tightened. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "There's something from my past, something that happened about 6, maybe 7 years ago." The air left my lungs. I didn't know what to expect, but what came out of her mouth shattered me. She told me about a guy she was with back then, not just dating, someone she got deeply involved with. She admitted it wasn't healthy, that he manipulated her, but what destroyed me wasn't the relationship itself. It was what they did together. She confessed that they had scammed people, lied, cheated, and took advantage of others for money. She said she was young, stupid, and desperate. "I'm not that person anymore," she insisted, "but I can't lie to you about it." My stomach twisted. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the thought of the woman I loved sitting beside me having once been part of something so dark, it was like looking at a stranger. I sat there frozen while she cried, begging me to understand. It was 6, 7 years ago. I was barely an adult. I've changed. I swear I've changed. The worst part, I could see the pain in her eyes. She wasn't telling me because she had to. She was telling me because she wanted me to know the truth before we went any further. But that didn't make it easier. I couldn't stop replaying her words in my head. What else didn't I know about her? Had she just been pretending this whole time? Was everything we had together real, or just another carefully crafted act? The next few days were a blur. Every time I looked at her, I saw both the woman I loved and the person she used to be. I didn't know how to separate the two. My family asked me why I looked so drained, and I couldn't bring myself to tell them. Finally, I told her I needed space. She nodded, but I could see her breaking inside. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, replaying every laugh we shared, every promise she made, and now every word of her confession. It felt like my world had split into two, the life I thought we were building, and the reality of who she used to be. A few days later, she showed up at my door with a box of old notebooks and photos. She laid them on my table and said, "This is everything, every mistake, every lie I was part of. I'm giving it all to you, so you know there's nothing hidden." I flipped through them with shaking hands, names, dates, details of the people she'd hurt years ago. Seeing it in her handwriting made my chest burn. She wasn't lying. She had been involved, and it was worse than I had imagined. She broke down sobbing, clinging to me, swearing she would spend the rest of her life proving she had changed. "I'm terrified of losing you," she whispered, "but I'd rather lose you than keep lying." I wanted to hold her and believe her, but all I felt was a storm inside me, because now it wasn't just a story she told me. It was real, and it was sitting in front of me, in black and white, in her own words. I wish I could tell you I found clarity, but the truth is I didn't. I'm stuck between love and betrayal, between the past and the future, and the worst part is, she's right. It was 6 or 7 years ago. People change. But can I ever forget? Can I ever really trust her again?